we've been dealing with online commenting today, haven't we?
Yes.
We're all tore up and crying from someone said something bad, right? That's how we deal with things here in the office, right? Do you guys want to know how we deal with comments in the office? It's our form of amusement.
Your anguish sustains us.
I don't like to obsess over comments, and we do give a shit. Since the change, there's been some audience members who just cannot come to terms with the fact that we are being silly and cringy, as you guys say, and that's okay. You guys don't have to watch the content. I know that a lot of you guys are stubborn, and I'm not trying to chase you away. I'm just trying to, help you guys understand that we are not going to be as serious. We'll still be informative in a different way. So if you guys don't like it, feel free to leave. That's totally fine. It may help as we sort of generate a new audience, because right now you're yelling at all the new audience for having fun. I feel like a lot of people are just sitting at home being like, fun? That is beneath me.
Your frisbee landed in my front yard, and that's where it's staying, you damn kids. How dare you enjoy this fun on the internet? Why, back in my day, the internet was a cold and lonely place full of casas and...
You've been confirmed savage.
Yes, I have been confirmed savage this week.
Someone deleted his comments.
I was so savage in a comment chain that someone deleted their original post.
Not even here
because
anymore.
they couldn't handle it anymore.
People get serious and we're having fun, and then they're like, "Wait a minute,
Yeah,
you're not getting butthurt."
yeah. He said crit my ass, so I rolled some dice and told him how much damage the crit did to his ass.
Did you really roll dice?
No, I made it up.
You made it up?
No,
We've got dice everywhere. You could have rolled.
I roll dice in my head all the time. That's just all I do.
Is that how you DM?
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, the demon totally rolled a 19.
That's what do you think the screen's for, man?
19.
You just go. Anyways, just whatever makes a plastic sound. And then,
Like you throw something down, and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you totally stepped on a trap.
yep. Sorry. Oh, I rolled for that a long time ago. No. That's just how it works.
Are you looking at comments too over here?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's so beautiful. It's going great.
Friday, we're allowed to look at comments on Friday.
Those first few hours after a video goes up, it's
Everybody, get on over to epicpants.com. Check this out. New layout, new design, easier to find stuff. New stuff at the top. Gaben confirmed on a mouse pad. All hail Doug and all that. Drinking stuff right here. Shirts below it. Scroll on down. We got more categories. Game homage? What's a homage? I think that's some kind of sandwich. I don't know what this is. Got like a carousel effect here. That's fancy. Too fancy for me. Down on below that, got all the Zweihander stuff. I think that's a sandwich from Germany. And then last but not least, we got all the backpacks and these are what the punk rock kids do. Keycaps and all that sort of thing. Just click on all of it. Guys, get over to epicpants.com or else I hate you. But right now, I love you.
Hi, today there's this. We're gonna benchmark it and not show. Maybe we'll show you. All right, now it's time for a moment with Doug.
It has come to my attention that there is another plant on YouTube. Planty is just like everything else in LA, plastic and false. It is insulting to be mentioned alongside that weed. I am the one true plant, the dragon plant.
Of course Doug lives. Do you know how long Doug's been at this game, Planty?
Ubuntu. They're getting rid of Unity. How about that, man? So they went on this whole Unity thing for a while, and people kicked and screamed and yelled and were like, it's like a mobile OS. Then they're like, Ubuntu phone. And they're like, oh, it works pretty well then. But it didn't really catch on because people are on Android or iOS, and then Ubuntu phone shows up, and it just didn't get all over the place like they expected it to. And the desktop, I mean, really, Unity 8's looking all right, but they finally decided we're going back to GNOME, and that's it. And people are rejoicing. Some people are upset. It's weird. I didn't expect there'd be any outcry at all, but I'm kind of curious to know what you guys think. The other thing with Unity is they introduced some telemetry and some affiliate links and all that kind of nonsense. So all the shit's happening with the security as far as the online security. And there are phony VPN services popping up. There's an article here on Motherboard that outs a few, but there may be more of these. So just be really careful when you're grabbing a VPN that you're going with someone reputable, Ninja Llama, and make sure that you're not going to get taken advantage of on the internet. So there's this new MySafe VPN. They popped up, and they said that they were, working with Plex or whatever, or they were a division of Plex. They're not. But just be on alert. That's what this article is all about. Just watch out for scams. And I mentioned last week I don't like to sit by all the time. Like we sit here and we talk about the news and all that junk. But sometimes it's like, you know what, screw this. I'm gonna help and try to do something. So we do have a VPN service coming out very soon that I think is we're partnering with a company, and I think they're really good. No logging whatsoever. Not even a little bit of logging. There's absolutely no logging, and you can browse anonymously, and you can pay with Bitcoin. And that'll be coming out very soon. You guys just keep checking ninjalama.com. Very soon. It's also going to be hosting. And there's a secret type of hosting that I can't tell you about because people are going to try to steal the idea. So we have regular web hosting on there too. So you can get your hosting and your VPN all at one place and just pay for it all in one ticket. $666 a month. Come on, guys. And we'll also offer dedicated IPs for your VPN. So that's some of the stuff that I've been playing around with behind the scenes. And we partner with some super awesome local people. Montana. Last week we mentioned that Minnesota had said, hey, you can't collect our citizens' data. Now Montana's doing something similarly, not quite the same, but they passed a bill that says you cannot warrantlessly collect electronic data in our state. So I'm wondering, how long is this going to go on before, the dude goes, nah, I don't know about this. I've gotten myself into some shit now. Well, yes. You see, in Montana, it used to be primarily elk, but now there's mostly moose that live there. And there are a lot of hunters out there who collect the moose, but they don't actually eat them. And that's kind of a gray area because you're supposed to, if you kill it, you're supposed to eat it, right? That's the thing. And the government is building a database of these people because they know if those people are big enough to take down a moose, they're probably big enough to take down a tank. So they want to stop the people who are moose hunting. Now Montana knows this, and Montana knows that if they wish to secede and become their own, sort of half Canada, half America place, that they need to protect their moose hunters because those are the ones who are going to stop the tanks when they roll in. So Montana has passed this bill to stop people from monitoring the moose hunters. This is all true. 100%. Saw it on television.
You look like a reliable source, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a new thing that if he could put this on me at any time and it has to become a conspiracy. But this one's actually real, so. Guys, Bitcoin in Japan is now a thing. So it's now pretty much a legal form of currency, and it's going to be accepted at 260,000 stores in Japan by this summer. So yeah, what this is really telling me is you will be able to buy used underpants in vending machines with Bitcoin very soon. So, I mean, that's, what is that, 1/64th of our audience can rejoice. Is that the statistic? We did a poll on the website, didn't we?
Of people who use Bitcoin or people from Japan?
People who buy smelly underwear out of vending machines. No, just here, that go over there frequently to do it, but they pretend they're on business trips and they leave their wife and kids here.
1/64th of our community?
1/64th, I believe it is.
Wow.
That's probably you. Dave.
So, Mad Catz, the company that's known for making the controllers that you make your little brother play with, has declared bankruptcy. I declare bankruptcy!
Hey, anybody here in the office, this is a show of yells. Has anyone ever bought a Mad Cat on purpose? A Mad Catz device on purpose, or is it always like...
Yes.
You have?
With regret.
Yes.
You have?
Deep
Yes.
regret.
I think everybody at one point in time has that time where they bought a Mad Catz product and didn't know any better, but then had that sobering experience where you use the left controller trigger 4 times and then it stopped working and you were like, oh god, I've invested in garbage.
And it broke at the exact same day that the mic fell off your Turtle Break headphones. Turtle Beach.
Turtle Beach headphones.
Turtle Breaks is what they're called, though.
Yep. But yeah,
maybe their quality's better. I don't know. Maybe they give us $100,000. I'll lie and say they're good.
Not even then.
Might
have been in the
Where's my
might have been in the
tinfoil?
shot.
I don't know. You're in the shot.
Yeah. So this is upsetting news for no one because
It's just hey, for the next 10 minutes we're gonna shit on Mad Catz and their weird design.
I mean, I guess
yeah, they're not even here to defend them. Hey, we made a device that all the buttons worked for a long time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel right in your hands. I thought Mad Catz was...
It's all weird shaped and has like extra plastic doohicks on it, and everything just looks like some kind of weird evolution off of an N64 controller that should have never been born. And it's like, why do I even need turbo?
I thought that Mad Catz was the thing where you go with your parents and you're like, I really want another controller, and they look at it in like the name brand, you know, like the Nintendo or the Sony, and they're like, this is $70. This is
spending
whatever.
that. We don't love our child that much, Martha.
This one's $34.
Yeah. That's a value. That's a bargain. Right
And you get it, yeah. And you get it home and you throw it at whoever comes over or your kid brother, and they go, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't do the thing. The D-pad is weird. I can't do the Hadouken. And you're killing me. It's not fair. Then you.
The right trigger doesn't work. It's an FPS. You don't really need it.
Next one. Maybe there's some good people working there.
Oh, I'm sure. I hope you guys find jobs making other third-party peripherals that are garbage for other people. Savage.
So Blizzard.
Speaking of savage, Blizzard has won $8.5 million in damages from, what is the guy's name? I always forget it.
Bossland.
From Bossland. The guys that make all the different buddy software to help you cheat with all of the different various Blizzard titles. They were brought up on like 42,000, close to like 43,000 different accounts of infringement.
The big problem here with this dude, and this is where, I mean, like, if you're a cheat maker, fuck you. Like, seriously, go fuck yourself. If you're a cheat maker that's selling the cheats, yeah.
Hey, check it out. We just found the thumbnail for this week's episode.
All right, right now I think it's time to meet some people here in Portland that we found on the streets.
When you're 12 years old by your daddy, right?
Shut up, faggot. They're so hungry.
This lady, I've seen her outside a few times.
She's a real classy individual.
She's classy, but at first they're just like, oh, what a. She's on the corner just yelling slurs and stuff, and then you're like, there's something deeper going on there, guys. You gotta always look deeper. Peel back the thing. No, don't even. Fine, give me that thing. Okay, this is like emotional family conspiracy theory hour. This lady, she's out on the street and she's calling people, fag. And I saw her the other day just like sitting on a bench or on a stoop of a church just like this. And I was like, oh, it's that lady again. I wonder what she's going to say. And she was talking to herself with her hands over her head, being like, go ahead, fuck that little boy. How do you like your little fuck boy? How do you like that boy? And then I was like, wait a minute. She's of age. And the climate has changed in this part of the world where her husband probably left her for a man. And she couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And it was a shock to her. Like all this time, her entire marriage, she's got 4 kids. They're off like successful in Boston, living in the snow, working at MIT or something. And here she is in Portland, drinking wine out of a cup while her husband is now happy with, a guy. His name's probably Marshall or Orson. Yeah. We'll go with Marshall. He's hanging out with Marshall. They're shopping at Marshall's because, they haven't hit the big bucks yet. But, pretty soon they'll be at the World Market. And then after that, they'll be doing artisan shit. But right now, they're still at Marshall's with Marshall. And
so ornery.
They're so ordinary. But that's her life story, guys. This is all real. Everyone is so quick to judge this woman who's on the street yelling nasty things.
Yeah.
They don't know what she's been through. How could you know? Inbox. Randomly selected ones. This one's from Hutch. Favorite meme of 2017 so far? I don't know.
It wasn't even a question.
Yeah, well, there's no question mark there. It was just a period. So I don't have an answer for that since you don't have a question. Hutch. No, I actually don't know. I don't keep up on what all the memes are happening. You guys got any memes? Let's make a meme. Isn't that how it works? You just one day sit down and go like, hey, let's make a meme. And then it's like huge on the internet the next day because you're so creative. I've seen you're really into stock trading. I want to get involved into stock trading too. Can you suggest any sources like books or websites or trips to learn how to trade? Tips. I am not that good at stocks, but I did pay for what college I took 100% with bad penny stock trading. So my thing with stocks is I do buy a few stocks, but I don't really pay attention to what the heads on TV are saying, because usually by the time they're saying it, it's almost too late to buy it, or you're coming in on the end of a trend or something. You just find companies that you think, wow, this person, the people in this company are good and they're doing the right thing and they're smart and they're going to make good decisions. So if you know good companies, or if you see interesting, companies that are moving in a good direction that are not really selling out just yet or whatever, or maybe they are going to sell out and they're going to make a ton of money. But I always look at the people involved in the companies and look at the technologies they're working on and what they're doing. And then the other thing you have to look at when you're looking at that stuff is the competition, and see, like, these guys are doing a really cool thing and the people are awesome, but they've got some competition over here. They may not be the best people, but they're making something that's way better. So you got to be careful about that too. You need to find sort of a group of good people who are smart, making something cool that doesn't have a lot of competition. And then you can throw a couple dollars at that. But I am not one to give stock advice because I don't do it the regular way, and I don't invest that much in stock, and I don't really have any money right now. So all my money's been pulled out of AMD stock. I had a bunch of it in that. And I got a return after they got up pretty high. But right now we're using that money. I've pulled out my personal money and thrown it into the business here to make sure we can make ends meet here at the office. So I'm not the person to ask about this stuff. I just do it, and it's kind of my own way, and it sometimes works. And so far I'm in the green, so that's good. All right, so that's it, guys. Grab a t-shirt, why don't you? They're down here in the corner. The new t-shirts are 200% cooler than other things on the internet.